Greetings everyone, my name is Shaman. I'm here today to do the October reading for Leo for the month. Very new channel, I've only just started, so bear with me because it will improve over time. I'm using two decks today, an oracle deck as well as a tarot deck, and unfortunately I actually can't tell you the name of this deck because it was given to me as a gift, and I don't know who they're made by, so I apologise for that. But the read won't be any different for it anyway, so let's get started. I hope you guys have had a good week this week, and let's get into it. Okay, now our first card is Seven of Pentacles. And the Two of Swords. Oops, over this way a bit. Six of Cups. The Eight of Pentacles. The King of Pentacles. Lovely. The Hermit. The Three of Cups. No, maybe not such a great card, that one. Very interesting. Now we have Justice. It's actually very good to come out in that place. And we have the Four of Wands. Okay. Our first card is the Seven of Pentacles. Seven in any suit talks about reflection, assessment, and knowledge. And that tells me that it's a contemplative time for you. And Pentacles is a card associated with fire, so that would mean it's ruled by Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. The two in the next picture, I think I'm going to pull some oracle cards for each card, because I'd like to be able to give you a little bit more information. So let's see, what is it? What more can you tell me about the Seven of Pentacles? We've pulled the card for fear. Okay. Obviously there's been some things happen which have you in a fearful state. The Seven of Pentacles being fire. This let's see. All right. This situation came to a head at the beginning of the spring months. And looking at the other cards and the fact that we've got the Three of Cups and Justice and the Hermit, that all tells me there's been a third party situation going on for you. And some things have been hidden from you. Justice usually comes out after the Three of Cups. So anyway, let's pop that up there. This one here. The next card is the Two of Swords. Now, Two of Swords is about balance and partnership. It also speaks of the duality of human nature. Partnerships as well. Okay, so Swords normally talks about cutting things away, and given that we've got these three cards here, I feel like there's been some disillusionment around a relationship and about worry about third party situations and not being given the truth. But the fact that we've got the Two of Swords here, and if you have a look, the two, she's blindfolded, and there's also a moon in the background. Okay, and it's a crescent, which means the moon symbolizes, more often than not, deception. But because the moon is only a little fingernail here, I feel like the swords, the Two of Swords, is more about deceiving yourself within yourself rather than anything that comes from the external. It can mean that, but I have tend to found myself that it usually comes up with these cards here, and usually refers to third party situations which have you in a place where you're doubting yourself and you're doubting your own judgment, and you shouldn't do that, because external situations have an uncanny knack at throwing us off balance, and they stop us from being able to realize the potential within us to be able to get through the situation and to be able to deal with it in the best way possible. And being the fact that things are hidden, I'm going to, again, another oracle card, because I find that these actually give me a better view of the situation, and it gives me the ability to give you a deeper read into it. And I like to do that because sometimes I feel like the oracle cards are a lot better to read sometimes, because Okay, and the card that we've got in relation to the Queen of Swords is Will. So I'm taking that to mean that you can't allow this situation to overshadow what you want and the way the direction that you want to move in life. Pardon me a second, I've got some noise going on outside. I'm just going to pause my video for you so that... Okay. I'm back. Now, coming back to the Two of Swords and Will. The Two of Swords, as I said earlier, it's about communication and truth. Oh, it's about a few different things really, but I'm going to try and condense it as much as I can. It's about truth and honesty, and it's about the way you talk to yourself and the way you talk to others. It's ruled by air, so it's thoughts and ideas as well as intellect and truth. So, judging by the other cards and the fact that we've got Will here, you're going to find out the truth about the situation and about how to move forward for you. The card on the bottom of the deck is the Two of Wands. Now, the Two of Wands tells us that you're looking for a new direction in life because you want to leave this situation behind. It is not conducive to a good energy flow for you, and it's sapping the energy that you have, and you really just want to move forward and move past this. And then we've got the Six of Cups. Cups is ruled by water and emotion. It's creativity, it's love, relationships, it's intuition, it's relationships, and it's ruled by Pisces, Cancer or Scorpio. So you could be dealing with either one of those signs, or you could be dealing actually truthfully with any of the relationship that the cards have with any of the zodiac throughout the reading. So I'd just like to mention this. I don't tend to take too much stock in that because we all have different star signs in different aspects of our chart throughout the wheel. So we are influenced by many different star signs in our personality, not just the one that our sun sign is ruling. Then we've got our moon sign and our ascendant and all of these other things. So I tend not to pay too much stock to that when I do readings. I just sort of I've always just read the cards for what I see. And truthfully, I've never really picked up a tarot book in my life. I've always just picked up the cards and started reading. I was taught to read a playing deck when I was a very young child, and I've sort of just grown my talent from there. I rely a lot more on my intuition than I do by the rules of the cards. And I find that I get a better read for that. But as I was saying, Cups is ruled by emotions, and at the moment you sort of you're feeling a little bit bound by this situation, and you feel like your will is restricted. Like you can't do the things that you want to do, and you need to be able to get out of that line of thinking, because that will hold you back from being able to walk forward and to be able to free yourself from the situation that is causing you so much grief internally. So let's grab our card for the Six of Cups. Let's give us a little bit more information about the Six of Cups. And we've ended up with two cards. I'm not taking those because I don't want two cards, I only want one. So let's a little bit more information about the Six of Cups, please. Can you give us some more depth on the Six of Cups? And we've got the path. And what was I just saying to you about You know, you need to free yourself from this situation so that you can step forward as your best self onto the new path and leave that all behind you. It's sapping your energy and it's making you feel tired and exhausted. And at the moment, because we've got pentacles, pentacles usually talk about building something. We started with pentacles, and now here we've got the 8 of Pentacles. They're both actually good cards to get. Now, as I was saying earlier, Pentacles are fire, and no, wait on. Pentacles are earth. I apologise. One's a fire. Okay. Speaks of diligence and being dedicated and working towards something, building something. So what was it? The 8 of Pentacles. At the moment, you're working on something and you are wanting to achieve an element of mastery in that endeavour or that field or that craft. So you want to leave this situation behind so that you can take action on these things that you are planning, that you are manifesting. It's a card of accomplishment, and Pentacles is ruled by fire. And so what does this, what star sign is the 6 of Pentacles ruled under? I'm not sure. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Sorry, I had to go through them all for a minute just to... Because Pentacles is actually the last suit, and I've remembered everything in order, so it takes me a little bit to get back there. So, okay, it's Earth, which deals with material wealth, money, career, manifestation, home, and the body. So, make sure that you take good care of your health. Okay. We've got a flipper here, one jumped out, and the card that jumped out was assessing. And that's a great card to have in this place, because with this, being that you're working so diligent on building this situation to be what you want it to be, and to be able to succeed in the manner that you wish for it to go. Assessing the situation is very, very important. It's vital to be able to step through onto the new path unencumbered by the past. You're wanting to create something new, something vibrant, something worthwhile, and something that is going to give you a sense of accomplishment and confidence. It's going to bring back what has been taken by the situation that's happened to you. And the next card we've got is the King of Pentacles. Kings are executors. Actually, I'll leave this one here for now. Kings are executors. They're level-headed, they're intelligent, and they approach a situation with clarity, and they do not waver in their thought. They are very, very... stubborn. Once they get something in their head and they want to do it, they will go ahead and go forward and do exactly that. They have clarity of mind and they're strategic. They're very, very good at bringing thoughts into a concrete reality. They're also great communicators. Let's pull a Goddess of the Moon Oracle card for this one. Let's see. What does the King of Pentacles have to tell us? Give us a little bit deeper insight into the King of Pentacles, please. So this is also to do with career, money, manifestation, wealth, and material things, as well as the physical body. And the card we've got with the King of Pentacles is acceptance. Okay. I think that acceptance is an important phase. Without that, we are unable to move forward, and we don't see the opportunities that are standing before us because we're too busy looking at what has happened previously in the past. And we need to be able to move beyond that, to be able to see a clear vision for the future and move forward without the things from the past holding us back. The next card we've got is the Three of Cups, and unfortunately this card usually comes up when there's a third party situation involved. Threes talk about creativity and growth, and Cups is about, it's ruled by water, so these are water signs: Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, okay? And this was the house of love, intuition, relationships, creativity, and emotions. So at the moment, I feel as if this situation, you've either just learnt about it or you're about to find out, because this card, it is a mutable sign, Pisces, some water, and so this speaks about the end of a season. Now, being that it's Pisces, it's at the end of the winter, and this is what's coming in. It's not what's already been, okay? So bear that in mind. So you might be in for a bit of a surprise. Now, this could either mean the situation happened at the end of winter, or you're going to find out about it at the end of winter. Timelines with tarots are very unpredictable. You can't always give a clear timeline because it's very difficult. Okay, and let's pull an oracle card for the Three of Cups. What more do you have to tell me about the Three of Cups? What more do you have to tell me about the Three of Cups? Blossoming. So this situation is going to bring you into yourself. You're going to learn to trust your judgment a lot more. You're going to learn to trust you a lot more. You won't be listening to what other people say about situations anymore. You will be going within and trusting your own intuition. And this is a great thing for you, because this situation's had you very off balance, and it's had you doubting your sense of self. And the next card we've got is Justice. So, you know, you're going to get through this situation, and you're going to get through it quite well. And you don't need to stress yourself about whoever has done, because karma will get them. You cannot put bad energy out into the universe without it returning to you. It just does not work that way. So let's get some more information on the Justice card. Hunger. All right. You're impatient for change. Really like, not, you're not willing to accept the way things are anymore, and you are really wanting to make change, and you have a hunger inside you for something better, because you know that you don't have to, and nor do you want to stay in that place. You need to step forward and take control over the situation. Okay. Now, the Justice card always comes along after a third party situation. She deals out with karma. She deals with anything that people refuse to take responsibility for. And whether they want to deal with their karma or not, justice is going to come, and she will bring her sword down on their head. And I feel like you're waiting for that, like impatient, restless for it. And I also feel like this hunger comes from the Six of Pentacles and the Eight of Pentacles. You're working towards something, and you're working towards something that is going to bring you a firm, strong foundation. Because the last card we've got there is the Four of Wands, and then at the end we have the overall energy for the reading is the Two of Wands, and that's a card of contemplation. You are considering a completely new life path, I think. You're standing looking at what has transpired in the past, and you're trying to formulate the best future possible for you. And you are stepping out of that energy. You are leaving it behind, and you're heading to a more stable future. Now the next card was the Hermit. The Hermit talks about going within, spending some time in meditation, contemplation, figuring out the next step. You're a little bit confused as to what direction to head, because there's a few different paths presenting themselves. I feel that you could benefit from meditating on this, and if you do that, I believe that the right path will open up almost automatically. It's like when you go into meditation and you find out what the solution is, that path will automatically unfold for you, and a door will open, and you need to step through that door. And this card, Fear, don't be afraid to step through that door, because what is waiting for you on the other side is much better than what you've had. Okay, so, and the card that we've got from the Oracle deck, the Goddess of the Moon Oracle, to go with the Hermit, is Purity. Which tells me that you're going to clear this energy from the past, and you are going to move forward. And when you move forward, you will be on the true path, the path that you're meant to be on. Now the Four of Wands, it can also herald a marriage as well. I have found it's a card of celebration, structure, stability, and manifestation. Wands are, hang on, I think they're, Wands are fire, I believe. Wands are fire. Okay. So, it's like a burning away almost, I feel. Inspirational energy, enthusiasm. It's ruled by Leo, Sagittarius and Aries. And the card that I've got to come with this is fruition. So, my lovely Leos, whatever it is that you're putting into action is going to work out very well for you, and it's going to bring the fruition and the stability that you've been looking for. And all of these things from the past are just going to melt away when you step onto the path of the future. As long as you can leave behind the energy from the situations in the past that have hurt you and caused you grief, then you will be able to step onto this new path with confidence and clarity. And I'm quite happy with that read. It's turned out to be quite a good read, and thank you for joining me on my channel today. Down below I will have an email address, and also I have a Facebook group where if you join the Witch's Den reading room, after 1 month of being a member, you are then able to access readings for 50% off the normal price. So that's a pretty big discount, guys, and I seriously would think about taking that up because it's well worth it. And readings are done over FaceTime, or if you choose, I can upload them to a private link on YouTube for you, whichever you would prefer. Thank you for your time. Blessed be, and have a lovely day. Thank you, Leo.